My name is Lucas Matthews, and I'd like to go ahead and begin my Mongolia report. Like I started by saying on the agenda, we're going to be talking about Mongolia, obviously. And this is a research-based project that has been accumulated over various sources and general information that I'm going to be going over about the culture and contextual information. And then we're going to go into a summary at the end of the presentation. Let me begin with my presentation with some general information on Mongolia. The location is going to be in Eastern Asia. It's going to be in between Russia and China, smack dab in the middle. And here we have some pictures of the Mongolian currency, as well as another picture of the country and what it shows on a bigger scale on the global map. And we also have the Mongolian alphabet and numerals. And this is information that I got from Nation Online, no date. So the government and political parties is a semi-presidential representative democracy republic with multi-party system. Basically, there is a president and he has a cabinet, you can see it pictured, but he's more of a figurehead and more of a religious leader. Or not religious, more of a traditional leader than an acting president. This is from also Nation Online, no date. Some general information about the custom and the norms. You should always take a gift with you, always say hello, and when you arrive places. This is from World Nomads, no date. So some general information about the clothing, food, and entertainment. We have dumplings, which is one of their many foods that they have in their country. And also we have some of their ceremonial dressings and gowns, and some of the eagles and other presentations that they have. Going forward. And some general information about the celebrations and religious beliefs. So religious affiliations are mostly Buddhist. There's some other religions in there, and it's also the other half is mostly atheist. And so that's from Tours Mongolia, no date. So moving on. So let's move on to some cultural elements of Mongolia. So the Buddhist belief is very prominent in Mongolia, and it's widespread throughout the country. And also their nomadic values. So these are both two ideas that are traditional in their culture and are still very present today. And also from Mongolian Institute, no date. So from the cultural information, few changes. The youth are drifting away from traditions. They're kind of stepping towards more westernized civilization. And also nonverbal cues such as tones and gesture have their own meanings in the language as you speak it. Very similar to English. You can be sarcastic, you can have a more intonation in your questions, things like that. Now let's transition towards the contextual elements of Mongolia. So the contextual information, there's a power distance, a low power distance with a score of 18. So not too much difference between the higher class citizens and the lower class citizens. Different from the United States, which is around a more moderate score. And in the gender roles, the men are definitely more dominant in their culture. You can see that in history with Genghis Khan and his empire. And women have more freedoms than other women in China and Persia. And just as more of a cultural thing, while men are very dominant, they also have a lot of freedoms for their women. This is from from Manchester Historian, no date. Some contextual information. The positive stereotype is to spread technology and idea around Europe. This was, of course, during the sieges of Genghis Khan, and these are some of the things that he spread on his own by spreading the information of artisans, and their unique trades and different arts, and a lot of cloth trade was going on back then. And the negative stereotype is that they can be seen as barbaric. It's also from Mongolian Institute, no date. And this is also ties into their culture, a little bit of the less beneficial side. Because they were conquering so many lands, they are seen as a very barbaric culture. Some fun facts: the endangered two-hump Bactrian camel is native to Mongolia, See that a lot in Eastern Europe countries and Middle Eastern Europe countries. Secondly, Mongolians are always ready for a guest. And this means in like preparing their household, preparing their other area aspects of their life. And thirdly, ice cream is a favorite winter treat. And this is from Intrepid Travel 2018. Let's review what we went over. Presenting general cultural and contextual information about Mongolia. They're between Russia and China. They've been there for thousands of years. They used to have a vast empire under Genghis Khan. Mongolia is a semi-presidential representative democratic republic, which means that they have a president, but he's more of a traditional leader and a figurehead. And they share nomadic, Buddhist, and strong masculine roles. And they are known for their leader, Genghis Khan, who had a massive empire centuries ago. Thank you.